morning. As you can tell by the bags underneath my eyes, I got 0 sleep last night. My watch said registered no sleep. I was up, tossing and turning. Luckily I had some internet service, so I looked at a lumbar pad to increase my belt girth because I maxed out here. I looked at getting another umbrella. I had to go to the Privy at like 3:30 in the morning. And honestly, it's kind of scary getting up in the morning and, in the middle of the night when it's dark, and making sure that you are heading the right direction when you're going back because it's so dark. But I managed. It's about 7:23. It's day 62. We have, I think, 16 miles today. It's supposed to rain most of the day. It's supposed to start again probably in another half hour. So I have my rain cover on my backpack and my quilt in my fanny pack, but my rain jacket's in the back, so I'll have to take this off anyways. But I'm in a good mood and I'm ready to get these miles in and see what the day has to offer. We have a big one today, and I'll share it when I get there. So here's to another great day on the Appalachian Trail, hiking north one step at a time. I meant to show you guys the shelter last night, but there were so many people over there eating and socializing, and I didn't want to be intrusive. But very nice shelter. The walk to the water is pretty long. I think I might have said in the last video it was like a half a mile, but I think it was like 0.2 down and 0.2 back up, but they had switchbacks. It was kind of steep. But last night, thunder and lightning show. It poured and poured, rained a good part of the night, and not windy though, so that's good. And my tent kept me dry, so that was a good thing. This morning, it probably stopped raining, maybe, I'm gonna say 3:30, because that's when I got up to go to the Privy, and I was watching the radar so I could kind of see when it was gonna stop. But there's another front coming in, I looked at the radar this morning and there's more coming. So we are anticipating a wet day today. I'm going uphill. But we are stopping today at Weary Feet, and we called yesterday to see if they had any more rooms or bunks. And they have a house that has bunks, and then they have a bunk room. And so our bunks are the outdoor ones, but it's not outside. It's still an enclosed building. But those are $20. The indoor ones are $30. And so they had that available. So that's what we took. And you get all the same amenities that you would if you were in the house. The only difference is I think the indoor ones have mattresses, and their outdoor bunk house just has a thin piece of foam. So we'll be using our air pads and quilts. And I ended up putting my Melly inside my pillow bag, and that worked out better. I thought the puffy would be enough, but it wasn't. It didn't help me go to sleep, but it was more comfortable. Phew. Good way to wake up in the morning, get your blood pumping. Okay. I think that's all I got to say for right now. I'm going to put a picture of the 3 seniors that graduate this year that played in our program. I just want to give them a big shout out. That's Emma, Kendall, and Connor. And just to tell them how proud I am of them. And there's a scholarship that is given out every year. It's $1,000. And it's the Extreme Makeover Carrie Pruitt Scholarship. And we don't normally give out 3 scholarships in 1 year, but we did this year. And these 3 received it. And so I'm so happy that they're able to accept that and use it to help them with their costs for their education. They have just been so devoted to our program, and I'm so glad that we were able to do that for them. We need to make sure that we recognize Molten. It's a volleyball company. Well, I think they do other sports too, but that's the ball, one of the volleyball manufacturers, and they put a $30,000 scholarship fund in my name when we had the Extreme Makeover. And so I'm so grateful that they did that, and they've helped several of our athletes with the scholarship. So a shout out to Molten. I'm excited about today because we have another big mile marker, and this is kind of a cool place. It's evergreeny, and so there's pine needles on the ground, and everything is still pretty wet from the storm last night, but not muddy yet. I had a couple muddy spots, but not many. So I just had a little bit of a climb. Today should be not easy, because I don't think any day is easy, but I think it's going to be minor up and downs. No 2,000 foot climbs at one time. So I'm going to try to start sharing like some of the cost of like our shuttles and the hostels and things, because I think that would have been helpful for me when I was planning, because I had no idea, what things cost. And so, for example, the shuttle that we took from the hotel in Marion to the Mount Rogers headquarters, the guy only charged us $5. Nobody does that. Like, it's always usually more than that. And that was $5 for all 3 of us, not $5 a piece. The hotel that we stayed at was like $60 a night. Now, it wasn't a 4-star hotel, but we picked it because it had a washer and dryer. And that was, shoot, I'll have to put the name of it up here because I can't remember it right now. And then after 2 people, it was $10 extra. So for the first 2 nights we were there, it cost us $140. So that wasn't bad for 3 people to divide up. So I just think that might be helpful. And yeah, but most of the time the hostels that we've stayed at so far have been between $30 and $40. There was one with the tiny homes that was expensive. That was $80 a night. That was, I thought, a little pricey, but and it didn't include laundry. You had to pay extra for that. But a lot of the places include the laundry, your shower, loaner clothes. They have the shampoo and conditioner and soap there most of the time. So I don't know. I hope that's helpful. But I'll try to start including that information, because I would have liked to have heard that when I was out here. So, all right, back to hiking. This is what it's looking like this morning. Okay, another huge milestone. We are at mile 600. I can't believe it. So it is just, they're coming so fast. I can't believe it. So exciting. But there you have it. Look at this. Those are chicken of the wood, right?
I think so.
I think they are too. If they're not, let us know. This is Ruby and Stitch. Stitch, you did the trail when?
In 2022.
2022, all the way through.
Yep.
And now you're section hiking.
Yeah, just out for about a month this time.
That's awesome.
So,
Ruby having a good time?
oh yeah, she loves it out here.
Yeah, she's awesome. By the way, guys, this is the dog who came in my tent and gave me kisses yesterday morning. Well, I just had a nice climb. Now I'm on the descent. But I wanted to shout out to you all who have been with me all 600 miles. Thank you so much for your support, your advice, your encouragement. It really means a lot to me, and it really does make a difference. So thank you so much. And if you are new and you haven't been following me, but you just popped on, just a quick little intro. My name is Caboose on Trail, Kiri in the real world. I am 62, soon to be 63, and I retired a year ago, almost exactly, maybe a week later than where we are right now. And one of the big things on my bucket list was to get on this Appalachian Trail and do a through hike. So I have been thinking about this for a really long time, but I have started probably the last 5 to 7 years. I don't even really know, but I've watched so many videos, and every little side job that I did, a private lesson, a volleyball camp, a supplement, whatever, went into my AT through hike account to start saving up so that I could afford to do this hike. So I am living my dream right now, and I'm so glad that you guys are coming along with me. So congrats on 600 miles, you guys. You've been walking it with me. Well, I've made it to Jenny Knob Shelter. Well, the trail to Jenny Knob Shelter. That's where we're gonna have lunch. And there's a couple other people that flew by me that are down here getting ready to have lunch as well. So hopefully I'll be able to show you the shelter. We are about 10 miles in, 9.5, 10 miles in, and we've been going for 3 hours and 49 minutes. So we've been going at a pretty good clip today, which just means that the terrain, although we have had a couple climbs and inclines, hasn't been as intense as some of our other days. Here is the inside of the shelter. Oh, they have a little chandelier thing to hang your backpacks, and a silver thing at the top to keep the mice away. But this is Jenny Knob Shelter. Hey there, I don't know if you guys remember these guys or not, but they were right at the very beginning of our YouTube, of our journey. So you want to tell us what your trail names are now?
Yep, I'm Parachute.
And
DeLorean.
DeLorean. And how's it going so far?
Good. We hit 600 miles today.
I
That's so
know.
exciting.
So awesome.
Yeah.
So
We get to catch up to you.
I know. They are way faster than I am. They blew right by me. But
We get to have lunch together.
that's
so
right.
Nice.
It's nice to be reunited once again.
Yeah.
So Tin Man, look at who these guys are. We see them again. Just got back on trail. It's a little after 12, and we have 6.2 miles to go to get to the Weary Feet Hostel. Weary Feet Hostel. And so I dried out my tent a little bit, had my tie back. I had the rest of my summer sausage and some cheese. I was able to feed Ruby, the dog, some of my summer sausage and cheese too. So got to give her a little food love. And Season 1 dried out her tent. 9 lives caught up to us. The brother-sister combo, Parachute and I can't remember her name, but I did the little interview with them. They were there. They flew by me. Today's the first day back on trail since trail days. And then we had Bayou and the American, and they were out there for lunch as well. And so the American is really into softball. And so we were talking coaching, which I love doing that. I love sharing and talking about that stuff and how you handle different situations. That is just lights me up. So now we are heading to the hostel. Finally gonna feel clean, and we'll have to do a little bit of a resupply to make it. I think we're gonna pass up Woods Hole. We might stop there. I kind of would like to check it out. Unless the weather's really bad, then we might stay there. But right now, we don't want to do a 3 hostel night. It gets a little pricey. But we will go to Angel's Rest. And I kind of felt like somebody was behind me. And that's where I'll get all my videos uploaded that haven't already been done. So I'll be up to date. But so far, the weather's been really good to us. And we are enjoying it. The temperature's a little bit cooler, which has been very welcoming. And overcast. So we know the rain is coming. We just don't know when. So let me show you the trail. There's 9 lives in front of me. His sister just made a comment on one of my videos. So sister 2, he's doing awesome. He is a lot of fun to have around, and keeps us laughing, no doubt. He's my bear hanging buddy. So we hang our food bags together when we have to do a bear hang. And so we, yeah, we're doing that. So I don't know where I was going with that statement, but look at this little guy. I haven't seen one of them in a while.
We need a couple of days of food, don't we?
I remember her name. It's Delorium. Parachute and Delorium are the sister-brother combo that are out here on the trail. And we met them probably the first week we were out on trail. And it's always nice to bump into them. They are so nice. And just really enjoy sharing and talking and catching up with them. We got this hill and then downhill to the hostel. And I think the sun's trying to come out, so it's gonna be a little warmer, but I have enough water to get me to the hostel. These 2 little butterflies are doing a dance. And it gave me a nice break from this uphill I'm doing. Phew. About 2 miles before I get to Weary Feet Hostel, and the winds have picked up, and I'm getting a little bit of drizzle, but I can't decide on whether I'm hoping. I'm getting spider webs everywhere. I'm hoping that I don't have to stop and put my rain gear on, and that I can make it there before it starts to downpour. But keeping my fingers crossed. And phew, yeah. I've been trying to keep a pretty good pace today. Kind of surprised myself because I thought I'd be more worn out because of a lack of sleep, but I feel pretty good. So I'm hoping I can knock out these next 2 miles before the storm comes. So wish me luck. I have about 1.5 miles left, and I'm on the good side of the mountain because the wind is all over on the other side. I just dropped down to this side and I can hear the rain over here, but I'm not really feeling it. So I'm just praying and hoping that I can get to the hostel before the downpour begins. So it was pretty windy when I was on the other side, but it feels pretty good right now. I knew it was coming. You could tell by the wind and how things got darker. But 1 mile to go, and I really feel like I'd probably be soaked right now, except the tree coverage is just getting me drops here and there. So I'm getting wet, but I'm not getting soaked. But that might change. Side trail, which came out right by this section right here. And here we are. I would have came down that road right there where that red car came in. And this is the driveway up to Weary Feet Hostel. Happy hiking. See what the other side says. Weary Feet Farm and Hostel. So let's see what it's all about. So I am wet, but I'm not drenched. So I feel like I made the right call. I would have either been wet from sweat because I would have been so hot in my raincoat, or wet from the rain. So I'm ready to get inside though. Take these shoes off. I think they have worn out their welcome. I think it's time for a new pair of shoes. So I gotta figure out how to make that happen sooner rather than later. Here just in time, I just heard thunder. That's what the house looks like. I'm not sure if that's the bunk room or not. I don't really know. Maybe that is back there. We will find out. I don't know which way to go in. Here is our bunk room. So there is just pieces of wood up here, and then I put my Tyvek down and my air pad and then my quilt, which I probably won't use. We have fans going. There's no AC in here, but there's a ceiling fan. So we're drying out our shoes right now because of the rain. And we are going to slack pack tomorrow. So everything that I don't need for tomorrow is going in that bag. And they're gonna drop it off at Woods Hole Hostel. And I'm gonna take my bag, which will have hardly anything in it. And I'm gonna backpack 15 miles to Woods Hole, pick up my bag, fill my bag back up with my stuff, and then we have 3 more miles to pack out to get to the shelter that we're gonna stay at tomorrow night, which is Knob Shelter, I believe. All right, I'm calling it a night. I'm pretty tired. I'm actually in the area where they do the wash right now at Weary Feet. I don't know that I can really give you a tour because there's people in the rooms, but the regular house seems pretty nice. There are beds in here, but we had dinner here, which was like a hamburger, meat, like in a burger, mashed potatoes, green beans, gravy, and then a piece of homemade cake. And they also offered to drive us to the little market where I picked up some snacks. I'm in loaner clothes right now, and I'll change in my hiking clothes tomorrow. We are going to slack pack tomorrow. That's what I wanted to tell you. We're slack packing tomorrow. So we're gonna leave most of our heavy stuff that we don't need during the day in a bag, and then they're gonna take it to Woods Hole Hostel, and we will slack pack with our backpacks practically empty, the 15 miles, and then pick up our belongings, put them back in our backpack, and then we have 3 more miles to hike to get to the shelter that we're gonna stay at tomorrow. So this is our first really slack pack besides when my brother and I were in Franklin. So I'm interested to see how that goes. Hopefully I will like it. And I think it was $50 for the slack pack, and it was divided by 8 people. So I think it was like $8.30 for each person. So I thought it was well worth it. At least I hope it's gonna be well worth it. I can't imagine it not being. But, so I wanted to tell you that, but I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the morning. I think we're gonna try to get on the trail about 7:30. So peace out and see you later. Bye.